Okay, so, this video is about a place I went to a few weeks ago. I guess you can kind of consider it a rant, but it's not really a rant, except for one part of it. I mean, like, I don't really know what to call it. So, where was this place I went to? Only the happiest place on Earth! You mean? That's right! Chuck E. Cheese! No, just kidding. I wish, but no, we went to Disneyland. So, why did I go? Because I'm part of choir and band get to go to Disneyland. Plus, what's really cool is that we get to go around the park unsupervised after we get to go behind Toontown for a workshop. Right behind Toontown. You got a problem with that? Oh my god, why are you telling us about Disneyland? Because a lot of interesting shit happened that day. Like, 1. I went on Splash Mountain for the first time. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're a teenager, and you've just been on Splash Mountain for the first time. Yeah, I know, I'm pathetic, but I was terrified of that ride. I mean, like, I'm not a roller coaster person, and I don't really like steep drops that much. So, yeah. And plus, like, okay, you can see that drop, like the last drop going into the barbed wire, and from outside, people screaming, and it looks like it's going straight down. You'd be terrified too if you were me. But yeah, and plus once we got online, it was even scarier because I actually saw how steep it was. Like my friend just said, "Oh, it's about as steep as Pirates of the Caribbean. It's not that bad." And I saw that it was like this. And I was in line, so it was too late to back out. And I had fast passes. Joy! But yeah, and I was in the 4th cart, which I didn't get that wet, thank God. That sounded wrong, but yeah, and plus it was fun. I really enjoyed it, but like right before that first outside drop, there was like a car behind us, like going into the path to that drop. So like we waved hi to them, and they waved hi back. Like, and I, like right as we were going down the drop, I'm just like, I'm going to die! So yeah, that was fun. And then for the rest of the ride, I'm just like, okay, I can handle this, and then like right at the Vultures, it's like, I'd turn back if I were you. If only you can. It's like up the hill, it's so steep, I'm just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And like right at the drop, my face was like this the whole time. So that made a good picture. So yeah, that was my Splash Mountain experience. And like after the ride, I'm just like, and like right after the drop, I'm just like, okay, that wasn't so bad. Let's go on again. But we didn't go on again. So, and now the second thing that happened that was interesting, I went on Big Red Thunder Mountain for the first time. Now, seriously, you're a teenager and you just went on Big Red Thunder Mountain for the first time. I know, I'm pathetic. But I told you, I'm not a roller coaster person, and I didn't really feel the need to go on it. I mean, I didn't know what was so special about it until I went on. And so we went on it twice, and something interesting happened both times. Like, 1, like my PE coach was there at Disneyland because his son's in band. And he's like that kind of guy. He like looks really, like way more intimidating than he actually is. So he was behind us in line, and like I got on of a Pirates of the Caribbean with the Jack Sparrow hat, and, like the one without the red locks, so I can have my own style. So I'm not gonna show it to you mainly because he's not here. So yeah, I was like asking, he's like joking around with him. It's like, hey, should I wear this in PE? And he's like, I'd enjoy that. Then like we started talking, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm obsessed with Johnny Depp, and he's like, oh yeah, so is my wife. And I'm just like, okay. And like we're talking about our favorite Johnny Depp movies, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I love Finding Neverland. And he's like, oh yeah, I was able to sit through that. I'm just like, okay. And so it was funny because then, and he was like, oh, I hope I don't have to go on the chicken line, like chicken escape line for this ride. And I'm just like, you, the chicken line? Who are you and what have you done with my PE coach? So he laughed at that, and right before his car, because like he ended up in front of us somehow, I don't know how, but like right before his car went off, like we were able to see like his fake terrified look. It was hilarious. He's like, if you met him, that would be really funny. So yeah, that's the first time. Then the second time we went on, like there was a guy in front of us in line that we've never met before, and like he just randomly turns around. He's like, "Hi, I'm James," and so we're just like, "Hi, you're Sam and these other people." I don't know if they want me saying their names in the video. And so, like, then he's just like, "Oh, what's with the shirts?" Because we were wearing our choir shirts. And we're just like, "Oh, we're in choir at our school." He's like, "Oh, I love choir girls!" And so, then after the ride, like, he was, like, going the same direction as us. He was right in front of us. And so, like, my friend was just screaming, "Hey, James!" And he's, like, looking around, like, "What's going on? Who's there?" And so, like, then he finally stopped and, like, turned around. And we're just like, "Bye, James!" And he's like, "Bye, choir girls. Have a good day." And then he started smoking. Is that even allowed at Disneyland? I don't know. If you know, tell me. So, yeah. Okay, last thing that happened in Disneyland that was interesting. We went in a restaurant in Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, I forgot the name of it. So, if you know, tell me, please. Lexi, help me. She's a Disneyland nerd. So, yeah. What happened in there? All the food is expensive. Honestly, if you can afford it, good for you. We couldn't afford anything. Like, everything on the kids menu, it's like, that's only, like, the price of anything that's on the adults menu at any other restaurant. I'm serious. Like, have you ever seen the menu? It's like $28 for fish. So, like, we were looking at the kids menu, and we're just like, okay, maybe we can get, like, this food, even though it says $900. So, like, we asked our waitress, and it's like, we can't really afford anything on the adults menu. Can we order from the kids menu? Oh, it's for 9 and under. Sorry, you have to be 9 or under. We know, but, since we can't really afford anything on the adults menu, can we please just get something from the kids menu? No, they're very strict about that. You'd have to be younger. Okay, we'll just get the mac and cheese. And we also told them to hurry up because we had a time limit for eating. And it took about 15 minutes wait. So, yeah. And it hurried up. We were thinking, oh, we're going to make it on time. This is really good. And then it took 10 minutes to get the check. Once we got back, we were 10 minutes late. So, our choir teacher started yelling at us. And we're, like, trying to explain to her. It's like, well, we tried telling them to hurry up. We've never been there before. We're new. It just took a long time to get the check. That's all. And then she was like, okay, I'm glad you're back, but don't scare us like that. We waited 10 minutes for you guys. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say, because the other interesting thing that happened, I kind of blocked out, because it was perverted and disturbing. So, yeah. That's it for Disneyland, and I'm sorry this was a long video.